love soda. Like, love soda. True, I don't drink anywhere near as much as I used to, but absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? I think I heard that somewhere before. Probably on a commercial, or a Sky Sign ad, or even a Matchbox. And wherever it is, the point I'm trying to make, I love the damn drink. And since I don't really imbibe much anymore, pretending to drink soda via Soda Drinker Pro on my favorite gaming console is sure to make me feel great. Right? Right? Wrong. As the original FPS, first-person soda, self-dubbed, it's not easy to judge this on other games available for your hard-earned cash. Nothing close to really compare and contrast anyway. There's just not much similar to use as a barometer. Now, I said it wasn't easy, not impossible. Since we can't really use other games to compare, we can certainly use our own gaming sensibilities and knowledge of what makes a good or fun game and hash out the results for this. And hash out I shall. When you first boot up Soda Drinker Pro, there's not much to look at. I mean that both literally and artistically. Now, this doesn't always have to equate to bad right out of the gate, and sometimes simplicity is a great thing. Moving on, navigating the menus, you'll notice that there still isn't much there. Okay, no worries. On to the game. On to drinking soda. In total, there are 102 levels of soda drinking to grind through. Yes, grind. In truth, you can beat every level within a minute. However, it's still a grind. By the 10th level, you'll feel just about... tired. You'll feel how much of a slog it really is. I'm getting ahead of myself. As you'd expect from the FPS standards, all you see is a cup of soda. Hold a button, raise the cup. Hold another button to drink. Rinse, repeat. For 102 levels. This wouldn't be an issue if there was something to do in these levels, but there isn't. You may think there is, and the game may trick you into thinking there is, but short of a handful of levels having hidden achievements, nope, you do nothing. This isn't entirely true because you can collect bonus sodas, which is also the name of a real-life soda drink, but, with how slow and agonizing you move inside each tiny level box, after a few you may start asking yourself why you would even bother. After you beat the game, and just when you think you finally ended this battle, you also get bonus levels. Luckily, you don't need to do those. You can use customization, which is a menu. You can change how your soda is on the main menu with that mode. As far as I can tell, it just helps you move a tad faster and gives you a little hop, but even with that, you move so slowly and awkwardly that you rarely want to move at all. Just drink and go. Graphically, these levels are a major dud, which admittedly was done on purpose for this mode, but still, with how annoying everything looks, a word I may come up with often in this review now that I really think about it, you have to wonder if it was the right choice. They look something like a child put together after learning about level design in 3rd grade. This may have turned out charming if what the levels and graphics framed was a good time. It's not. Alright, so I have to move on to the real game here because, as you probably figured out, the soda drinking stuff, it's a joke. The real game here is the mode called Vivian Clark. You access this by finding a secret entrance somewhere in the soda levels. It's really easy to find, and I accidentally found it on my own. Even though I was told about how to find it in advance, I had completely let that slip my mind, and I still found it with no trouble, so I'll let you figure that out for yourself. I'm sure every other review out there will tell you how, but I think you need some kind of accomplished feeling while playing this mode, so this is my gift to you if you choose to play this game. In Vivian Clark, you start off as a raindrop falling from the sky, and your goal is to collect floating things. I have no idea what they're called, and if the game told me, apparently I blocked it out. When you drop in, you aren't given any instructions, so keep that in mind because this is pretty much how the rest of the game goes. The whole mode is pretty much Nintendo's WarioWare, but a WarioWare that was created by someone on hardcore drugs, much less fun, and even less direction. With the collected things, you can buy items to help you out. Logs to keep the fire going, turtles with a straw to go back to what you just played, and clocks to extend time. You can also purchase guidebooks, and besides having ties to the achievements, these books also give you a glimpse on how to play the minigames. I say glimpse because even after buying some, I still had no idea what I was doing most of the time. These games range anywhere from floating up to space, shooting things with your ship, running on a 2D plane, and hopping around in 3D. Every time, you're tasked with collecting. That's the gameplay loop. Collect just enough so you can buy the items, but most importantly, the books, and keep doing it. Oh, and try not to die or let your fire run out, because otherwise you're going to have to start over. You still keep what you purchase, but you have to start collecting again from scratch. It sucks. Not because you lose everything, but because nothing's fun. This mode is exactly the kind of game I'm into. Just look at my gaming history for proof. Except here, nothing is fun. The graphics at times could be charming, but they're so mishmashed and odd that it just doesn't work anywhere. And while on that frustrating and annoying gameplay loop, the controls will not be something you enjoy either. Something is too floaty. Everything is too floaty. Likely on purpose, but that purpose was the wrong move, if there even is a right move. The controls make this game the asteroid, and your fun and enjoyment are the dinosaurs. Mix them together, and I think you know what you get. If not, read a book once in a while. The music throughout is varied and good. Good in an annoying kind of way. The kind of way that I knew I appreciated what I was listening to, but for some reason, even though I liked it, I wanted to turn it off. I don't know if what I'm saying even makes sense, but I truly believe what I'm saying. Whatever the end result is, it almost felt like the music was much higher than it should be in volume, and no matter how low I turned my TV, that sound just struck the needle in the brain chord. Again, I actually did like much of the music. It's pretty varied, and almost every single level, if not every single level, has its own track. It's just listening to it for more than a few minutes at a time made my tiny brain hurt. The voiceovers throughout the levels are kind of funny, but at the rate at which they repeat in a level, should you explore and not just immediately gulp your drink down and get to the next level, eventually that hurts the humor you get. And a side note I just want to point out before I forget is that you can also use Connect for the soda drinking. I did so only for a few levels, and while it worked fine, I just couldn't subject myself to any more. So I had to stop. Maybe if I had done this from the start, I would have used this control scheme more, but I had already bloated myself enough after 102 levels, I couldn't drink anymore. Take that for what you will. Admittedly, I didn't put as much time as I would have normally, or even what I would have liked to put into a game that I'm privileged and tasked to review. It's just that this game was much more of a chore than experiences that I was having fun with. I drink soda because it's delicious. I play games to relax and unwind, because they're fun. This is neither of those things. Obvious joke to the former included or excluded, to your own personal tastes. And because I take everything I am afforded seriously when getting a wonderful opportunity to review a game, I can't sugarcoat things. That would be wrong. And besides, I couldn't. It's just not who I am. You can ask those who are close to me. I'm sure they can give you plenty of horror stories of me speaking my mind or sticking to my principles that will eventually hurt me in the end. And you may have noticed that this review is all over the place. For that, I'm sorry. It was really difficult formulating coherent thoughts about this experience that didn't just equate to sad noises and screams. I've rambled on long enough, and some may argue, and rightfully so, for too long as it is. As much as I would have loved to enjoy this game, or believe that this is a good game, even if I couldn't personally see it, I can't do either. I would love to see the creator, Will Brealey and SnowRunner Productions, try something else. Anything else. I'd love to see what they can do in the gaming space by actually trying. I'm being a little facetious here, so I hope you get the overall point. I understand this game took many, many years to create. A lot of heart and soul went into it, along with the ending that I'll likely never see. But I've had my fill. I'm sure there's someone out there who will enjoy this game. That said, I just have absolutely no idea who that special individual is, and if that's you, I honestly envy you. Call me. Tell me how you did it. We can be friends. I have no friends. We can be friends. You and I can be friends. What? Yeah, I'll be there in a minute. I'm talking to my friend. Alright, I have to go. My girlfriend's telling me to get off this. But, call me again. Write me a letter. Help me out. We can help each other out. I said I'll get off! Girlfriends, am I right? Anyway, drop me a line sometime. Are pen pals a thing anymore? I will get off! Alright, you know what? I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Soda Drinker Pro. Soda Drinker Pro. Soda Drinker